No, it's true. I would say who they can control. They will marry somebody who they feel they can control. That's what most of the men will do. They'll marry somebody usually a lot of times smaller than them, or whatever, but so they can control them. So, what do you think? She can't do anything back? You think she can't do anything back? No, she can't?
She could.
What could she do?
Everything.
What? Everything. What, burn your dinner? Big deal. You go out to eat. You go to Yapchik. Go to Yapchik. You see 20,000 guys eating chocolate in the kitchen. Huh? Leave you? Big deal. That's like getting you back.
What?
Ignore you? Ignoring works. It's a good start. Silent treatment is very painful for a guy, especially if he feels he's in control. It just makes him rage. But he can then go and zets her again. Chalky! Chalky! That's what they do. I've dealt with this. Don't laugh. So what can she do back? I just want you guys to know the plan. Anybody's got, what, she can hit you back? Well, while you're sleeping, got news for you. That could happen. I've had to deal with that woman who was in jail because she was in jail with her son, actually. They were separate jails. They were both in jail because in the middle of the night, one night, they both beat him over the head with a pan, with a pot from the house. You know those hand-rolled pots? Like an egg pot. It looks like this big. They couldn't find the weapon. The police couldn't find what the heck killed this. But they found it. The egg pot. Pounded him in the head till his brains were all over the place. It was pretty wicked. So, but that's not going to happen to most of you guys, because just make sure one thing. Make sure you're in charge of the egg pot. But don't worry, it doesn't take much. You find something else. I always say, a sitter can be a very potent weapon. I'm not going to tell you how, but I ain't by doubt. So what can she do back to you?
Cheat on you.
She's going to do that to you anyway. Got news for you. You're done. If that's what you're cooked, baby. That's a nice one, but you're cooked already. Next. Give that one up. Next. Get divorced and take the kids. All right, doesn't work like that here in America so easy. Sorry, she can't go too far. She's got to be stuck in at least the state, and it's very uncomfortable. If you live in Miami, she's going to run away with the kids and go to where? Tampa? I don't know where. I mean, like, there's no from people. Sue him. Sue him, and that's a good one.
You're not free.
Take the money and mess up this business. That's right. Guys, you're overlooking something so simple, which
Take his stuff away.
taking, breaking, he can get you right back. There's something he can't do.
Childless hitmen. You know those hitmen that when they're not divorced?
Nah, hitman, please.
Like the Jewish
You're thinking about all your movies you
Jail.
watch.
Go to jail.
No, it's a real
See, I'm talking real in your life. What goes on in your life? Huh? What are they gonna do? I'm scared.
Psychology.
I mean, what's gonna happen? He's in and he's right out. What can the woman do back?
shrink.
She can get a shrink.
What is string?
Shrink? Don't worry about it. He's getting very personal. Okay, folks. What? Try to? How can she control him back? And she can. Got news for you guys. You act like jerks. This will happen. They'll learn real quick. It just happens.
Video cameras in the house.
How is that getting the guy back? You can rip him out.
Control. You have control.
Oh, really? See, there's video cameras here. Like, therefore, it controls the guys that act like Meshuggah is here. They couldn't care less. Evidence? What are you going to do then? How are you going to get the guy? How are they going to get you back? how's she gonna get you? It's very easy. And this happens, I deal with this all the time. What? Wait, now, you said silently, we got this already. Next. I can't keep saying it in 20 ways. Let's go. Something new. This is the worst one,
You
gentlemen.
cannot take care of the kids.
It's close. It has what to do with the kids. But the guy's an abusive guy. You think he cares about you?
Take care of
Kids?
the kids.
Put the children in someone else's house.
Again, how does a guy who beats everybody, he beats them, he beats his wife, he's verbally abusive, how does he care about the, oh, you put him in another, oh no, I'm so worried. Thank God, now I got a break.
We're not having kids.
Not having kids, that's a little difficult. He's a big boy. So what else?
She ruins the kids.
She ruins the kids.
No, she tells them.
Off the derech. They're Goyim. What do you think I deal with the old Jews? Wait, Goyim, hey, they're going to go up the derech. They might become Jewish. Very simple, gentlemen. What?
She ruins the kid. She tells the kid that her husband she badmouths the kid to her husband. About her husband.
The opposite.
She gives him a bad name.
She opposite, yeah, you're getting it now. You're listening to him. That's right. Yeah, that's right. How does she do it? She tells her kids what a jerk he is. And every father wants his kid to worship him and how great he is. And instead, the kid looks at him
An idiot.
Monster.
like a monster. Like a disgusting person. Because, let's face it, the mommy, you don't know, mommy, don't worry, I'll take care of you. Daddy's such a horrible person. Yeah. That's right. Meantime, she's gonna. That's right, Daddy's a horrible. Oh, Daddy, you know what you did to me? And the kid grows up thinking to himself, one day.
Get this guy good.
Daddy, I'm not gonna beat him up. He's my dad. I can't beat him up. But when Daddy's like, oh, sorry, Dad, can't help you. And the father looks at Dad and says, hey, son, and son goes, yeah. Doesn't have to pull no plug. Your whole life will be like that. Pulling the plug every day. That's what you don't get. Every day you're living with the plug plugged in. That's worse. 1 second and he pulls the plug. Oh, wow. No. While it's plugged in, the son will sit there for the rest of his life and say, yeah, you're a lousy role model. You're just a disgusting beast. All you do is make people pain. And you're just a disgusting person. And yeah, how does a father feel then? First he's pretty angry. But then he,
Feels miserable.
worse than miserable, feels like nothing, like a worm. He feels like garbage.
Like that.
No, not dead. He's alive. He doesn't feel like he's dead. He's alive, but he feels horrible and miserable and guilty, and he feels terrible. And he says, son, but you don't say, no, Dad, you can't take that back. Everything you said, everything you did. And she just keeps telling that kid quietly, so Dad doesn't hear it. Oh, she'll get back. He's a tough guy. But in the kid's eyes, he's a nothing. He ain't no big tough guy. He's a nothing. So anybody thinks, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna be in control. I'm gonna be in charge. I'm gonna ask you a question. I heard a video of an interview with Mutti's great uncle. Happened only a couple months ago. And he was talking, one of the things he was talking about is the role of yeshiva. What is the purpose of yeshiva? And you would think the purpose of a yeshiva is to what? To teach
Torah.
Torah. That's the purpose. We had yesterday Kabbalah's a Torah. Beautiful. It's to teach Torah. In fact, at once I was at a number of these different conventions. And one Rosh Yeshiva after the next gets up and talks about Torah and Kabbalah's a Torah and the Yin a Torah, will you be a Torah? Right? That's their job, right? However, says Rabbi Twersky, he says, what? How to be a mensch. How to be a mensch. Now, he goes, yeah, but 1 second. We got a little bit of a, not a contradiction, but it's like, how are they, they're focused on teaching Torah. It sounds like they're teaching information, material. So how is it teaching how to be a mensch? Where is the teaching midas?
When you learn Torah, you automatically become a man.
Automatically. Well, I wish it was. If you learn Torah, you're automatically a mensch. I wish. I know a lot of people. They know a lot of Torah, a crazy amount, and they are not nice people. Very not. And it says in the Torah, you can't do this, you can't, and they do it. They do lots of averas, and they are not nice people too. So it's not automatic. I wish it was automatic. It doesn't work that way. So he told over from, anyone heard here? I know, don't all just, yeah. Just raise your hand. Has anybody here heard of the Arizal? Good. So there's a couple hands that did not go up. What's wrong with you? No. So the Arizal was a real
Kabbalah.
Kabbalist. That's right. Makubal. But not just Makubal. He wasn't like, that wasn't him. He didn't do that. He learned. And he learned, as they say, the written Torah, the oral Torah, Torah Shabbat Peh. He learned also what we would call Side, hidden Zoyar and different secrets. Kabbalah, they call it. All right, why is it called Kabbalah? Because it's got to be passed down from one person next. You can't go like, I'm feeling this thing. I'm just getting a feeling. I think this is going to be Kabbalah now. No, that is, what you're feeling is like gas. That is not Kabbalah. I know you're feeling it. Oh, no, it's coming up. It's coming. Oh, no, it's moving around.
What's that smell?
That was Kabbalah. Okay, no. It's not what you feel. It's got to be passed down. Kabbalah from one Rebbe to the Talmud and from one. That's what he's got. You can't just like, oh no, I'm feeling it. But he had a great, and he was very famous. In fact, a lot of Kavarim in Eretz Yisrael, when you go visit Israel, and you're going to visit, this is Rev, this, and this was this Tana, and this was this great one. They went around with the Arizal. When he would walk and take his walks and talk to his Talmidim, he would say, this is Chana Shiva Banela, right here. They're buried right here. I see their neshamas, I guess, something like that, hanging out there. Whoa. So they went, they didn't have spray paint. So somehow they marked the area and they go, is it here or over here? They got the idea from it. And it was all over Eretz Yisrael. So he has a Talmud, Rav Chaim Vital. He was also very famous. He wrote a lot of the Torah, the Chochmah that we got from the Arizal was written by Rav Chaim Vital this time. So Rav Chaim Vital asked a question. He says, why is the Torah not a Musar Sefer? If the Torah is to teach us how to live, why isn't the Torah say straight out, it does say yesterday? Yesterday's Parashas Yisrael, it says it also, Bezchanan. It says, Loi tzachmoi, you shall not
Be jealous.
be jealous It's not just jealous, that's kinna.
Desire.
Should not desire, should not want somebody else's things. Lo yisachmu. You cannot desire somebody else. Now, desire is like a musar. You're telling somebody musar, you cannot have a emotion. You can't have so it says some in the Torah, but it's not the general thing. First of all, the whole sefer Bereshis is like no mitzvahs in there. It certainly doesn't say don't do this and don't do that. Even Yaakov, when he tells all his sons the brachas, the blessings, and it doesn't sound like they're really blessings. He's saying how disappointed he was and what they did wrong, and he doesn't say, it's not really stark. He doesn't say you shouldn't do this and shouldn't do. Just says what they did wrong. Ruvain expected more from you. This one, so where is the? He asked, why is it not in the Mussar Sefer?
It's supposed to be bechira.
Hmm?
We're supposed to have bechira. If we're like forced, it's not. It defeats the purpose. It's like you're threatening us whichever you're like. Better do it exactly like this. Like you're supposed to know what's right and wrong in your head. Like
You should know what's right and wrong in your head.
the Torah gives us like a general sense, and then
Well, Torah is just telling us, some history, and then tells us also, the history of Klal Yisrael, starting from the beginning of time through Klal Yisrael getting to Eretz Yisrael, and then does tell us there's times when Klal Yisrael does some mistakes, big ones, smaller ones, and big ones.
History repeats itself. So it's
But history repeats itself. Huh? It's a song about Shweki. What's the song? I'm not a Shweki follower. I'm not against him or anything. What's the song? The history repeats itself. Oh, those are kind of famous words. came before his Shweki. But all right, he made the words into a song. But
There's a lot of Muslims in Devarim.
there's a lot of Musar in Devarim. There's some Musar. I wouldn't say it's. So Musar is like, be good. But it doesn't say how to be a mensch. It doesn't say how you should be nice to each other. It just, you guys doing all this wrong and be, huh? Yeah, it says curses and warn. Yeah.
Trust for
Exams.
Huh?
Trust for success.
Dress for success.
Looks like a mention. He has a mention.
Yeah, but it doesn't say that in the Torah.
Through the stories.
However, huh?
Through the stories. It teaches.
Through the stories, said gentlemen. So just tell me what I'm supposed to do. Like a lot of people go like, well, this is the pshat, and this is the pshat, and this is the pshat. It's not very clear. You look in one, Rashi seems to be this is the what it's saying. You look in, You look at the Ramban, he argues completely. You look at Ibn Ezra, everybody says the argument's like, I don't know. So just tell me what I'm supposed to do. Rules people don't listen to, so clearly, that's pretty clear. But examples, like stories and incidents, maybe they do. Okay. Gentlemen, I'll tell you. You're right, it's not clear. And you're right, Rashi has one take, and the Ramban can have a different take, and this one, and Ezra has a different take. Everybody can have a different take. And that's exactly it. Each person has to look at the Torah and learn it himself and take out, based on what bothers him. Why did they do this? And then he'll take from it what he needs to learn how to grow. That is what every person has to do. You have to look into the Torah and take from the Torah, what is it that I need to change? I need to work on. Because if the Torah says, like he said, you need to do this, you need it. So some guys, you ever see the Sham news, of course, every day. But let's say we have, what does it say? Al Chay. Does anybody remember those? That's right, Yom Kippur. Good. So Al Chay this, Al Chay that. And you look over this list and you go, no, I don't do that one. Talking about no disrespect to my parents? No, not me. Disrespect to my teacher? Nah, not me. No, not me.
Shaykhad.
Said, I took bribery. Me? No, not me. I'd go down, people go down the list. I've had people say to me, like, why do I say all these? Because that ain't me. I'm just like completely,
Perfect.
I mean, not perfect. I mean, there's little teeny bits of one of them maybe that I don't do. That's someone told me. They go, like, none of this pertains to me. And I'm like going, okay. I said, you're not looking at it and thinking about it. If you think about it, you start thinking about your life, you go, yep, that is me in some way, one way or another, I am like that. Person has to take it inside to himself. So it's the history, the stories, if you want to say it, in the Bereshis and all the way through the Torah, is a completely huge thing for every single person. It's a different, what's the sefer, depending on what he or she needs in their life. But you have to read it and think about it. Because if you don't think about it, it is absolutely meaningless. It's a bunch of stories, a bunch of rules, and you go, okay, fine, I do those, I do this, I do that. Okay, I don't drive much up. I'm perfect now. So you got to think about it, and how should this affect me? Because if not, life ain't gonna be good. You just won't be. You won't be a good person that anybody likes. Your family won't like you. So-called friends won't like you. You won't make any money. And even if you do make money, because there's ways to make money by just stealing and taking advantage of other people. Yeah, you don't need any of that. There's plenty of ways. Plenty of ways. But gentlemen, you won't have a life. It's a very empty life. You're alone. No purpose. You got a lot of money, you got a lot of things, and then what? You can't take it with you. It's empty. You have nobody to be involved in. So that is what everybody's job. And by the way, so you do, I would recommend, we have the sefer, we have this small seder right after davening, a lesson a day. Whoever's supposed to say it, we got to let them know in advance. It's not like they get up and they go, does. No. So they can get up and understand what they're saying. And everybody else then understands it too. The purpose of getting up to speak is not for somebody to speak. It's for the other people to hear it and understand it and connect with it. If not, it's meaningless. So let's do that. Let's think positive. Let's have a break.